Hello, my name is Brandon Munson. I'm with Fulcrum Design Interactive. We specialize in SMS engagement software solutions, primarily for businesses and institutions to create a better customer experience, increase workflow, and overall optimization and process improvement. And Hollaback Interactive is a complement to our student queue virtual queuing solution for colleges. And this is the interactive communication tool that can be used, both voice and text. And I'll take you through a few highlights. And as I said, it does both voice and text. It's also interactive. Students and staff can engage in chats. The four elements that make mobile essential: concise and clear messaging, whether it's voice or whether it's text. It's practical. It's the number one function on cell phones. It exceeds voice for usage. Our mobile phones are with us 12 hours a day, and we check our phones 80 times a day. And also, it's a fact that 98% of all messages are read. 90% are read within the first 3 minutes of receipt, and mobile now accounts for nearly 70% of all digital media time, that mobile being the web. Smartphone usage in the U.S. has reached 271 million, and that was by 2022. And the advantage of SMS is that you don't need a smartphone or an app. It's on just about all phones. Um, SMS is well beyond when we were teenagers. 80% of professionals use text for business communication. I know this in particular with healthcare practitioners. 82% of professionals state they text more this year than last year, and 32% have closed a business deal via text. I bring this point up for those reasons, but also how much more efficient SMS interoffice or interdepartment it can be within your organization. So interactive mobile engagement, why is it important? And well, it grabs attention as opposed to static content, has a key competitive differential, and it's highly effective at educating customers. Now that's applied two ways. When we talk about our solution, we're not just referring to an SMS message of 160 characters. We actually integrate the mobile web experience, and that's brings it to a whole different level of engagement. Just our client list, some of our other solutions. A little bit of background. We have a court queuing suite. We have an interactive mobile solution for healthcare. Mobile HRD was one of the first restaurant pager solutions to replace coaster pagers or buzzer pagers, and was adopted by Dave & Buster's and Chili's. There's some interesting SMS student texting statistics. College students that text, roughly 99%. Percentage of students who prefer texting, 97%. And that includes texting advisors and adults. 75% of students and families find college text reminders helpful, especially of key dates and so on. SMS is attributed now to increasing college enrollment by 11%, largely because of that winter melt. So the use cases and benefits of Hollaback for colleges are financial aid, and this is through surveys of different colleges using systems like this. Text messaging incoming students has shown an increase in enrollment by 11%. Colleges and university financial aid offices say texts are the most effective method in the communication toolbox. Admissions and enrollment, 88% of accepted college students opt in for texting with admission counselors. 89.2% of accepted college, of accepted and confirmed college, there's a difference here. College applicants opt in for texting with admissions counselors. So it's a very popular form of communication. Enrollment retention, 86% of prospective students say text messaging from colleges and universities have prompted them to comply with tasks they hadn't done yet, like FASHA. 85% of prospective students say text messaging from colleges and universities have informed them of something they didn't realize they needed to do. Another important one. And then students and families, as we mentioned, 84%. Students say text messages reminders are useful for helping them complete their college admissions process. And 2/3 of incoming college students and their parents find text messaging key information and important data. Now, the challenge with text messaging is that there isn't typically a commercial platform to use, like we have Exchange for email or anything like that. And we don't want to be texting from our own phone because that's a compliance issue, and it's awkward texting from a school phone to have a conversation. So a platform like Hollaback has it all in one place. And we have our different suites, as you can see, from our unified mobile, high performance support, and student engagement. Okay, and let me get you. We also have done a lot of pioneering work in the concept of uh, virtual queuing, also with the virtual workflow solutions, which you can watch this, which allows departments to basically, especially like a one-stop, escalate a student seamlessly to another department for help, and the student essentially just gets notified by text, doesn't have to, is always up to date, always informed. It just really fosters an incredible customer journey, considering it's about getting classes, and it increases throughput. So you'll see the demonstration of how much this has evolved. And it's an overview and patient queue for your clinic. These are key performance indicators of Q Mobile, which is the same as Student Q. 74% less walkaways, 90% increase in productivity, 96% reduction in standing in a line, which no one likes, and 99% increase in satisfaction on customers and students and patients. So, okay, and points out why digital channels are how they're trending, and there's a move to try to do more with the apps, and it really isn't working well in terms of adoption and usability, and SMS is a lot less money. So this is an example of what the interface looks like. We've set it up around services, so activities, announcements, chats, engagement, fill positions for HR, reminders, nudges, and calendar base. So you're able to track and record your interactions and also schedule. The control center is pretty straightforward. You pick your services from here. For example, here in Workforce Interactive, fill a position. They'll ask for why, in case it be a call out. And then here you'd be able to put the person's name who called out and actually track their attendance. The event would be what will appear on the calendar to communicate with other folks. And this is a cover shift, let's say, 3 to 11. Here you can you can send to groups, and they're broken down by a number of different levels. So you can have, for example, employees, part-time, IT, that's specific and granular. And this case, in filling open positions, it's shown to save 24% overtime. Here you'll have your default number, and then here is your message that will go out. You have a message template library that you can build, so you don't have to keep writing these and save them. And you can click send or schedule it. Usually, click send, and you'll usually wait for a reply, be notified, and you can have an engagement right here and confirm when that person's going to cover the shift. Or in the case of scheduling an engagement, one of your students as an advisor, this is something they prefer to do. In terms of students, they don't need to download an app, and you'll be able to log all the conversations and messages as well. Over here, it shows you how we utilize the mobile web. Here's a questionnaire builder and form builder, which is a great tool to take the temperature of your stakeholders and your students, key issues, and then we have a pretty wide variety of reports. And that's a very interesting, I think, solid application. Practical and tactical because students really like conversational text messaging, and you get more out of text messaging than you are having a conversation with them. And then this is some of our examples of how we apply mobile along with sending the text. So in this case of a court, but this could be financial aid, this could be a wayfinding map of the college, a variety of different options, and our other software portfolio. Sorry to push through this real quick, but I wanted to get it out in front of you and just take a look at it. Thank you.